Hi everybody, just going to do a few vinyl finds. Haven't done one for a while. It's all been whatever, you know. But there's a few rare ones here, so I'll show these. Just charity shop stuff. These were 10p each for singles, and the LPs were £2 each. There's a nice little copy of Sweet Sensation by Melodians. I actually got two of these in the same little collection. 1969 on Trojan. With It's My Delight on the flip. There were a number of sort of regular stuff, you know, like the Israelites and all that sort of thing, and there's stuff like this, Swan Lake for Cat, Who Rock Steady from '68. This one's an unusual one. Joy to the World, Julian and the Chosen Few with the Gay Tones on High Note, 1971. Forgetting what her name is, female singer. Did quite a few records with other people. Joyful by the Gay Tones on the flip. Not something you see every day. Here's a nice one. This is Tommy, the Jamaicans is on the A side, Baba Boom, Festival Song 1967 on Treasure Isle. And the flip is Real Cool, Tommy McCook and the Supersonics. Not an easy find, that one. This is a soul single on Soul City, Gene Chandler, Nothing Can Stop Me, with the Big Lie on the flip. Just a nice label, that one. And the rarest of them all, 3 figures all day long, is this Alton Ellis Diana on Duke. It's also on the Gas label. 1969 with Personality by Tommy McCook and the Supersonics again on the other side. Just a mark here which doesn't affect play. The rest of it you can see is very nice indeed. Nice to find that one for all you reggae aficionados. A few LPs. This is actually mainly, I'm just showing 4 folk LPs. I found there's a whole bunch of stuff, you know, Pentangle and the like. Here's John Renbourn's first album. I do struggle with this kind of thing. You know, there's a lot of instrumentals. His vocals aren't the best either on the, you know, I don't know. It's one of those. It's nice to see the original HMV sticker. This is actually a little, slightly later repress. I do struggle with that, so I'll probably, these albums that I'm showing, all will be sold. Probably even by the time you've seen this, they may well have gone. Apart from this one, I may keep this. 30 years ago I had it, gave it away. Haven't really seen a good copy since. So these are all £2, and it's in perfect condition, apart from one little blob there. The record is in mint. It's a UK. It has the inner sleeve lyric sheet. I always liked the first 2 or 3 tracks on here, and People on the Highway. Side 1 I think is good. Side 2 starts with Willie Winsbury, which is 6 minutes 50, and it's got that. The thing is with this stuff, it is traditional folk, a lot of it, and in the style of traditional folk. And as soon as you get a female singer on a folk record, you're going to just go down a traditional route, and they kind of, I've said it before, but they put me off the albums. When Bert Jansch's singing on here, I prefer it. Jackie Machie, she affects the style, and it's all very pure and clean, you know. They nearly all do. When they're doing traditional songs, they all affect the same style. Vashti Bunyan, of course, did her own songs, and as a result she had her own style, although she was influenced by Donovan, etc. And this album actually, you know, when Bert Jansch affects the style, I mean, all these folk fops and, you know, circus folk dandies, they're affecting a style essentially. Side 2 of this, at the end of it, is quite noisy and a bit raucous, doesn't really work for me. But anyway, it's one of those, after all these years of wanting it again, I think, I don't really care. Steve Tilston, An Acoustic Confusion. Now this is a rare one. This is on The Village Thing. which they've had about 25 albums on their label released. Sun Also Rises is a superb album on that label. 1971 actually has Dave Evans on it, who also released a couple of albums, or a few albums. And the songs on here are quite good. He reminds me of Donovan, stroke Nick Drake, and some of the songs on here, they remind me of the songs that Nick Drake did prior to 5 Leaves Left. So there's a sort of real folky, bluesy element to it. But also there's an originality in this songwriting which you don't normally hear. His voice, as I say, is a little bit, it's almost, you think, oh, he sounds like so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so. It's a sort of generic quality. It's not a blandness, but there's something about it where he sort of reminds you of a lot of different people. And yet he's only singing in one style. The best tracks are probably the ones with Dave Evans and the other people appearing. So he's got extra vocalists and stuff, and it really does make a difference. An interesting record, and I do quite like that, though. Yeah, do I like it enough to keep playing? I don't know. May just go. This is the rarest of the rare. This is a record I never thought I'd see. I've seen pictures of it. This is Rick Hayward on Blue Horizon. Now, all Blue Horizon records are worth money. This pops up on eBay once or twice a year. Always sells for £350, £400 in that region. The record itself is in excellent condition. There's a little bit of writing on the cover where someone's written excellent. And there's also in this collection a Magna Carta, Lord of the Ages, which is written average. So he knew his music. This is an excellent album. He plays something like that beautiful back cover. He plays all the instruments himself. There's 2 or 3 tracks with electric guitar. Most is acoustic. Mainly instrumental with 4 vocal tracks. Really interesting, very, very good musicianship. He was actually in Christine Perfect's band, later Christine McVie. But this was the only album he did, and it's sought after, not just because it's on Blue Horizon, but because it's very, very good. And what sets this apart from your regular £350, £400 records, this even has a promo. There's a little letter, a little promo blurb about him, and there's a contact number. So that's unusual. It's probably the only one you'll ever see. Really nice. The information is the usual sort of stuff. Although they get kind of personal about him, about his life and whatnot. But an interesting record. But by the time you watch this video, it'll probably be for sale. Because the thing is, although I've wanted it for a long time, I played it, and yes, I can appreciate the music. A bit like John Renbourn, I get it. But despite the quality of it, I just did have to question whether I would really listen to it that much. And I don't know if I ever would. Sometimes you just love the fact it's a rare record. You really just own it, and you love owning it because of the rarity of it. But of late, I'm getting more to a point of, I want a record that I want to play. Yes, it can be rare, but I want to enjoy that record. And it's enjoyable sometimes just looking at records and go, oh yeah, and you play it occasionally, you play a track or two. But it's not the same as having a record you really enjoy. I prefer the Steve Tilston to this, even though this is probably better, in some respects. It just doesn't quite click with me, So that'll be selling. I mean, I'll get good money for it. It's not why I buy these things, but sometimes you buy things and they just don't click, and there's no point me keeping it. I can just pass it on to someone else who's going to enjoy it, add it to our collection, etc., etc. And I can get something else. Anyway, that's the way it works nowadays, isn't it? All right, people, that was a rush through, and I'll see you all later.